Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Just a quick one before I start. If you like the content of my channel, please like and subscribe. Such a small thing to do, but really helps me out no end. As round about up to 90% of the people who watch this channel aren't actually subscribed. So if you could, it'd be great. Thank you. Today we have this rather striking Hamilton. This, get ready for it, is the Hamilton JazzMaster Performer Autochrono 42. Yeah, bit of a mouthful, but it is a rather cool looking watch. Most of the time with Hamilton, we're used to seeing their khaki range, the Murph, and yeah, watches of that type of stance, where this one is completely out there. I think it looks really very cool and definitely very different. And as you know, if you follow the channel, I do like watches which are a little bit different. So anyway, before I get into review proper, I've got to say a massive thank you to the team over at First Class Watches of Kenilworth for allowing me to review this piece. So many cool, interesting brands, well worth popping into the shop if you're in the Midlands area. If you're a little bit further afield, well, don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description and at the bottom of the page now. All I ask, if you do contact them, please mention the channel. So anyway, let's talk sizes first. As stated, it's a 42mm case size. The thickness of the watch is coming in at 15.5mm, and the lug to lug on this one is 50mm, and the strap size is 22mm. The dial, I think, is quite cool. All they've really done is opened up this date window here, and it kind of gives it that little bit more kind of complex look about it. We have this kind of grey background here. Hamilton just written nicely in there. Hamilton automatic. I like that. Less script is sometimes better, and this is one instance where that definitely is right. The actual subdials are quite interesting. You have this kind of layout for this one here. What I should point out is this is your actual running seconds for your timekeeping, and over here we have the minutes and the hour totalizer down there. So that means you can record up to 12 hours with this watch. The hands, I think, are really nicely polished. They look really good in there. We have these applied hour markers. Both the hands and the hour markers do have loom on them. It is a very well-defined sliver of loom. It's not the longest lasting, to be fair, but it looks really crisp and sharp. Then we have this kind of funky blue subdial down here, and it looks really quite cool. I like you get the different hues coming off it there. It looks very, very cool. Obviously, we have a minute track going around the centre there. I should point out we do have a very small applied Hamilton logo just on there. It looks kind of good. Let's have a listen to the chrono, being that it is one. Very, very positive, firm click on that. But I have to say, that is really nice. And one unusual style of pusher. Let's do a reset. Very snappy. I like that. That's definitely good. So as we come past this, we do have this lovely domed sapphire crystal. Now there is AR on it, but I think Hamilton do scrimp out sometimes on the AR. It could be a little bit stronger, but it is better than many of their others, I have to say. The tachometer on the bezel, so we have a fixed bezel going along here with a tachometer. I'd love to know if anyone's ever actually used a tachometer. I would be impressed, but there you go. It is on there, and it does look quite good. You have like a radial brushwork going around there, and then the PVD coating applied to it. Is this etched? Yeah. So the actual numbers are etched now. That means they should last a lot longer than if they were just printed actually onto that bezel. As we come to the side of the watch, I really quite like this. We've got a nice sculpture to it. We've got these lovely chamfers going along here. These have been polished, so you get a real nice shine to that PVD coating. And there, when they've just brushed this, you can see the matte difference to the gloss. Very, very nice. Now we do have a button here. If I press this, you'll see what happens. He says it actually adjusts the calendar. You do get an actual little pusher for that. I should point out that you read the calendar down here. this small square here, so that's where you actually read it from. Yes, I suppose you could say, well, it could be distracting, you're seeing everything, but this isn't what this watch is about. It's about that wow factor, and it's definitely got that. The lugs themselves, we do have like is there a radial brush just slightly going around the edge there, applied there, and as I say, that bevel continues around this side, and we have these really gorgeous pushers here. The crown isn't a screw down crown, but you still get 100 meters of water resistance with this. Now, as we come round to the back, let's just move. You can see we've got that nice rotor on there. Behind there, we have what's called their H31 movement. It's basically a form of a 7750 when you get right down to it. The only big difference is they have actually upgraded it to 60 hours of power reserve. I did put it on the time graph and have to say, very, very impressive. 0 rate in the position I had it, and 0 on the beat rate. That's very, very well done. So hats off to them. They have regulated this really, quite exceptionally, really. So anyway, as you can tell though, I haven't mentioned it yet, but you're about to find out more. The strap, we have like a rally inspired strap there with this blue stitch to match that blue subdial there. And it is very nice, all inlaid there. It is very good, but listen to this. If any of you are old enough to remember Sooty and Sweep, you'll probably understand what I'm going on about. It squeaks no end. Now, I'm positive that after a day or two of being on the wrist, that would probably disappear. But that is incredibly annoying. I've had to be so careful how I'm holding it. Normally I'd hold it on the strap, but as you can tell, I can't do that. The actual clasp, I should say, is a very nice PVD clasp. Fold over. Really, really nice, to be fair. They've done a really nice, tidy job of this. It is just a little bit of shame about that squeak. The price of this watch. Now, the RIP on this, I think, is $2,265. But if you contact first class watches, I'm positive you'd be looking more at around about $2,000, which I think actually for this is a pretty good price, actually. It's a nice looking chrono. I believe they offer a 2-year warranty as well. Let's zoom out and put it on my wrist so you've got an idea how it looks. A quick wrist check. I'm wearing my Crafter Blue, and Bob has a Picatinny, and it is simply gorgeous. I won't say too much about Axe. We're going to review that one, and honestly, I think it is superb. My wrist size is 7¼ inches, so that works out to 18.5 centimeters, and there you go on my wrist. It is rather nice, this watch. Definitely one of my Hamilton I would wear. I'm not normally a big Hamilton fan as such, but this one is, I think, a very, very good looking watch. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, guys, but most importantly, you stay safe out there, and I'll see you at the next review. Take care. Bye.